just off to meet Lewis, shoot a field of winter oilseed rape for pigeons. I've scouted it a few times, most recently yesterday. A lot of pigeons on it, good turnover of pigeons, and that's what you've got to be careful of when you look at these winter crops that have got a lot of birds on. You know, you might look at a field and there might be 1,000 birds on it, but it's going to be very difficult to make a bag if that 1,000 birds all came in a one go, as they'll often do at winter. What you need to look at is these fields where there's a constant turnover of pigeons, so that you know that throughout the day that you're going to have a flight coming into it. So I'm heading off there. It's a problematic field. It's next to a council estate. It's a field that I've put off shooting for a while, but I'm going to give it a go today. The wind's right, the wind's blowing off the houses, it's off our back, and we can get a couple of fields away, so we should minimise the disturbance, but I can still anticipate there's going to be a little bit of grief, but we've taken all reasonable precautions, so we're going to give it a go. Yeah? Yes, Mr. Blaze. Mr. Blaze here. Right, let's see how we get on then. Hover it. These two, Lewis. They're coming at the decoys, Lewis. Don't miss them, Lewis. Don't miss them. You missed them both, Lewis. Right, folks. Today we're shooting at pigeons with Lewis. Tell your dad. Oh, you tell your dad. Who's the bestest pigeon shot here today? Is it Lewis? No. Your dad.
Hey up, coming in.
Well, I'm talking to Remy, so you'll have to. Oh, right. Lewis decided not to shoot that one. Oh, so they're not coming in. Oh, right. Give me strength. One coming here, folks, for Lewis to miss.
Oh,
he didn't like the look of that one either, so he just left that one. Came right over me. It's 10 yards high.
Here he is.
Right, he's going to shoot this one, folks.
Oh, look at
there
the
you go,
feathers.
folks. That's Lewis for you, and that one's like. Oh, nice. Are we not shooting? Do we not like the look of that one? That's a pigeon, Lewis. Oh, dear. It's like shooting pigeons with Chris Packham. Well, we were getting stuck into a few pigeons there, but we now have the police. So Lewis is going over to deal with the police who are at our vehicles. Well, Lewis has got rid of the police. They were very nice people, so there's no issues there. They only actually kept him for a couple of minutes. What wasted our time really was they came once, went, and then came back. So we had a couple of runs across to see them, but they went and they were fine. They had quite a lot of calls complaining about the shooting. There are houses behind us, we've shot where we are so that we can get as far away from possible as from the houses, and we've got the wind off our backs and we're shooting away from them, and then we're shooting into some hollow ground in the bottom here, which is further sound deadening. There's quite a high hedge straight behind us and another high hedge, and then there's high fencing at the houses as well, so it's all very sound deadening. So we think we've just had one sort of tree hugging, grass munching, anti-shooting packamite who's just been stirring up trouble unnecessarily, but that's dealt with anyway now. I mean, we're not that close to the houses. I mean, okay, fair enough. I mean, I know that at number 37 there they had cornflakes for breakfast, and at number 39, I mean, they had scrambled egg on toast, and I was watching teletext on number 33 down there when they were just looking at the news updates, but we're not that close. I've got my camera on, Lewis. Don't miss it, Lewis. Don't miss it. You missed it with the first shot, Lewis. It was nearly in my face. I could have actually grabbed that with my teeth. If they come, yeah, there's one coming here, Lewis, coming up the edge from me right. Don't miss it. It's right in the decoys, Lewis. Don't miss it. You didn't miss it, Lewis. No. Couldn't make me bloody mind. Now then, folks, the edge just fallen over. We're just decoying pigeons here with Lewis. Had a decent little morning. It's about 9:30, and Lewis has got one cartridge left. That's not very good, is it? I, however, have got 50 left. So Lewis will be filming in a minute, won't he? Or should I let Lewis have some of my cartridges? Now there's a difficult question. Yeah. Couldn't make me bloody mind. The folks is Lewis taking cartridges out of my bucket because Lewis only brought 50 cartridges. I, however, brought 150.
I will replace that.
There's some right shit in there though. You never missed that.
That really fucking hurt me nose as well.
How did you miss that? How does the recoil at your nose?
Well,
What were you trying to do? Pulling the trigger with your nose? You don't want to decoy. Pigeons coming in front right though, yeah, I see him. Yeah. I didn't see that over the decoys, never saw him. Remington, what have you got to say about the job? Oh yeah, so yeah, and how many do you think we've got, Remy? Remy, what do you think Lewis is shooting? Shit. What about my shooting? Oh, very, 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 very good. I'll shoot this and then you can shoot. I'll just film this, so I've got my GoPro in the right place. That was a dreadful first barrel miss. Well, folks, we're just tidying up now. Lewis just bringing the decoys in, Silasocks and the batteries, 12 volt, 7 amp hour batteries on the magnet, one on the flapper, couple of dozen Silasocks. Lewis just getting my magnet in for me, FF6 flapper, that's the lot that we had out there. We did have 10 dead bird cradles late on, but that was very late on. Pigeons are just coming back en masse now after we've packed up. Lewis, behind you. The lurker pigeons coming in. So that's been a decent little day. We've picked 107 pigeons starting to come back onto the field. Pleased with that. We did have a 45-minute break whilst we dealt with the police. We had somebody call them and they turned up at what was prime decoying time really, about 9 o'clock. Lost us 45 minutes because they came once, we went across the field to try and catch the police and then they disappeared, and then they came back and though they only kept us for a few minutes, we had to stop shooting for quite a long time, and we had all our documentation with us, so good reason to be shooting. The general licence with us if it was needed, which it wasn't. Shotgun licences with us. We had complaints apparently for 12 phone calls, which was put from one residence behind us, which is a decent distance behind us, 2 hedges behind us, the wind blowing off our back, shooting into some slack ground in front of us here, into a hollow, a dead in the sound. So the police said everything we'd done was right. We'd waited till the right wind was here, so we were causing a minimum amount of disturbance. But the pigeons are absolutely hammering this field, so you get to the point where something's got to be done and you've got to shoot them. The police were happy and just told us to crack on. So it's been a good do that. Any questions, just post your comments, like our videos if you don't mind, subscribe to the channel, keep following us, we'll do our best for you, and have a look as well. We're sponsored by justshootingshop.com, and what I'm going to do is in the notes below the video I'm going to put you a link in there which will give you a 10% discount at justshootingshop.com. Anyway, thanks for watching, look forward to entertaining you again in future. Cheers and bye. Here you go folks, just to show you what I carry with me. Basically, if it doesn't fit in that British Army rucksack, it doesn't come with us. 24 Silasocks, which you can see are exceptionally old and exceptionally dirty. I actually have 3 of these. These are 12 volt 7 amp hour batteries, camoed up with some jack pipe cloth tape. 3 dead birds to get me started off with, pigeon magnet, 10 dead bird cradles and one of Nick Tate's FF6 flappers with an extension pole to go on it, and that is all I set up with. Last year we averaged just over 70 pigeons a day. That was the average between Sam and I, and that's shooting in the north of England, an area where you don't shoot exceptionally big bags, but our average using that setup was 70 plus a day. So it all fits in that British Army rucksack. Dead cheap, dead simple. The key is to put it where the pigeons want to be. The key is to do your scouting and know where you want to be, and that's how you're going to shoot pigeons, not by using expensive, beautifully painted full-body pigeon decoys. Now Sam doesn't use Silasocks. He uses about 18 shell pigeons. The shells that he's using, some of them are 30 years old. Nothing flashing amongst those, they're just put in the right place. It's as simple as that. So just think about how you spend your money, spend it wisely. Dead simple, dead straightforward, inexpensive setup there.